feeling, and then they have to, take the next step forward. So in this situation, basically the parent will be confronted with two main challenges. One is the psychological side of things, and the other is the medical side of things. Now, the medical side of things is actually simple, straightforward. They can take advice, there are medications, but of course, they will have to follow lots of, steps will be involved. There'll be things around what precautions they need to take as a family, what precautions the child needs to take once the child is of the, reproductive age group where they are sexually active. Then there'll be other advice, but those things are easy to access. They will get advice from their doctors, and that will be a relatively, hopefully, straightforward path for them. The other path is the psychological side of things. So here the parent is going to have to manage their own emotions and at the same time try and manage their child's emotions as well. And in the process, making sure that their connection is maintained, like the connection between the parent and the child. I think that is the crux of any problem that comes up in adolescence. And the thing is that with connection, we have to start working on that much before adolescence kicks in. So even before they are, the connection, we have to start working on it even before they are adolescents. So in this particular situation, I think it will be a lot of talk around safe sexual practices, a lot of talk around how they make their choices. And, in the whole process, what I would recommend is that, parents ensure that they are not judging the child, they're not blaming the child, and they're not blaming themselves either, because the blame is not going to be helpful at any stage.
Thank you, Dr. Upasna. I think the connect between the parent and the child, you told in a very, very right way. Might be over to you, Dr. Richa, for the next question.
Yes, my next question is also again to Saina, because she is an adult now. So imagine that you have been vaping for a few months to fit in. Saina, are you there?
Yes,
Saina
I'm here.
Gupta? Yeah. So
Yes.
imagine you have been vaping for a few months to fit into your friends, in with your friends. And one day, accidentally, your father finds the vape in your bag, and he confronts you. He's very upset. He's shocked and angry too. And I just want you to tell what would you say? Would you tell the truth? And how are you going to disclose it? What are you going to do at that point of time?
Thank you
Dr.
for such an
Richa, sorry to
interesting question.
interrupt. We have only 10 minutes for the discussion.
Yes, so we are running very short of time. We had framed
Yes.
around 11 questions, so we'll have to be brief. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the question. As a child, I would like my parents to not shame me or guilt me regarding my actions. I personally would be an informed individual. I want to have an open, safe space where my parents give me the chance to educate myself about the actual consequences of vaping or alcohol or cigarettes. And I would want to be exposed to reality and not just scare tactics, because that would induce paranoia in my own mind. I would want an open environment where I feel allowed to share my own experiences. I want to hear my parents' experiences as well. I want to know what they have seen, what they have done in their youth, and I want to be able to share what I am going through with them. Only
You will
then
be
can
truthful
I,
to them. You will disclose because it's already they already know that there is a vape. So you will be truthful to them.
very honestly, I would not, because the
Otherwise, you
thought
will
of
not.
it the thought of it produces a lot of fear and shame and guilt in my mind, and I would freeze if that were to happen. Uh, to be clear, I do not indulge in such activities, but hypothetically, but
Okay. Thank
yes,
you.
in an ideal situation, I would want an open environment.
Okay. My question is to parent Mr. Sampath Kumar. Mr. Sampath Kumar, are you there?
Yeah, am I
Mr.
audible?
Sampath. Yeah, you're audible. Hi,
Yeah.
hi, Sampath.
Good evening.
My question is, if you were in this situation as a parent, how will you handle the situation? You found the vape in your ward's bag accidentally, and he is he or she is not disclosing anything. Probably they are just not saying anything, but you can just judge that it belongs to her. So how will you handle the situation now as a parent and handle the entire situation, not only this episode?
Good evening, all. I'm not a big expert, but I just speak out my mind what is coming up extempo. The issue is if you are thinking of doing acting upon after finding it, you are too late first. But now you are on your recovery mode first. You are the first one to go for the recovery. So if it happens, now how you do it? The minute what I believe is overreacting spoils the show. Just be with the child. It's okay. See, the first of all, we agree. We need to agree. A child, a growing a child, will be adventurous. Some may be good to your liking. Some may not be to your liking. Right. So we have to react to that in the same way. Uh, I talk to my son like that only. If he says like that, I will say that okay, what is wrong? You can try it out, but I would rather recommend don't do it. So then I have to tell him why you should not be doing it, or if you have tried it, throw it, leave it. Why you want to spoil your health? There are many good things in this world. That's how we talk about. And never I make it a point when such serious talk, I never try to exceed 1 or 2 minutes because that spoils the show. That is my personal opinion. Talking too much actually spoils the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Sampan. So I think all
Yeah.
this is because of the dopamine kick in life. So that because all the youth is an explorer, but then we cannot give a green nod to everything. But yeah, we cannot lay down boundaries. So I want to ask Dr. Rishikesh regarding how to escape this trap, how to handle the situation, how to escape this trap of falling into substance abuse. There's a lot of pressure from everywhere, and what are the early cues that we can pick up in a child who's into substance abuse?
Basically, I'll
Early
divide
warning
this into
sign.
two things. One thing is from adolescent point of view, from the parents' point of view. Adolescent point of view, something like that. They want to explore things, and whenever there's something new coming up at the market, they want to try it because of the peer pressure or the excitement what they have, and they get used to all those things. Once they get addicted, it will be very very severe form. Once usage and leaving them, that's a different thing. But if they use it regularly, they go into addiction, have other psychological and medical problems. This is youth for you, and these generations youth because of easy availability of drugs, easy availability of money, and the peer pressure is very high. Because of all those things, substance abuse has definitely increased. From the parents' point of view, what I would say that is whenever these I'm talking about the cues, whenever your child is trying, there is a sudden change of behavior, a decreased sleep or keeping secrets or decrease in scholastic performances and spending more money and looking less clean or looking unclean in day-to-day process, not taking care of himself, and also staying away in the nights most of the times, preferring to staying away most of the times, and also back answering and pushing things beyond what is limited. These are the red flags for having any other psychological issues, and especially substance also. Any bad smell when they're talking also one of the cues which will give you a substance abuse. And whenever that parents confront this kind of idea, when you know that your child is having a vape, Sampath Kumar was very, 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 very good thing have done that. We doesn't have to run and rush into anger or say something like give a class or something. Let's sit and discuss how it started, how it happened. What do you think what the process would be in the future? Do you want to continue? What will happen if you continue this? Tell the pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages, rather than blaming the child that you did this because of this, you have done this. Because the blaming will give them more insecure feeling because parents did not support them when they're in a crisis. So that makes them more vulnerable and taking more and more to keep the anxiety go or whatever there. And most of the substance abuse are secondary to some psychiatric problems or some scholastic performances because of bullying, because of peer pressure, something. We have to address those issues before addressing this primary substance, whatever they're using. Once you address holistically and take a medical expert opinion, definitely they'll get through out of it. That would be my advice.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Rishikesh. Thanks. We'll move on to the next question. So the next question is to Shyam Shukla. Shyam, are you there? Shyam Shukla,
Yes, ma'am.
our youngest youth, yeah. So hello, hi Shyam. Sham, my
Yes, sure.
question is that usually during exam seasons, your parents and everyone in the family asks you to stay focused. And it's just that their intention is not to make you anxious, but still you feel the pressure because they keep on asking
Mhm.
you and reminding you of whatever is at stake. So, do you feel
Mhm.
that it helps to reduce your anxiety? And what do you wish your parent would do actually to support you better during exam times? So, I want you to be brief. What do you think that they should
So
do
I
to
think
support you?
exam anxiety जो है वो it is not during exam but it's also before exam. So
Yes.
मैं क्या चाहता हूँ कि मेरे पेरेंट्स को obviously सबको stress होएगा ही एग्जाम आ रहे हैं और especially अगर नहीं पढ़ा हो तो obviously होएगा. तो मैं एक्सपेक्ट करता हूँ कि मेरे पेरेंट्स लाइक रिएक्ट रैशनली करे और मुझे बोले कि ठीक है अभी इतना इतना हो गया तो व्हाट हाउ कैन आई लाइक हेल्प माई सेल्फ नाउ सो दैट आई गेट गुड मार्क्स इन द एग्जाम and also during the exam giving tips to relax and like giving like lot of sleep so that I don't get stressed so that can help overcome my stress and anxiety during preparations and during exam times.
Yes. Yes. Very
आफ्टर द
good.
एग्जाम लेस प्रेशर कि मुझे कितने मार्क्स आएंगे मैंने इतना पढ़ा और डर
Mm.
लगता है कि मैंने हुआ या नहीं तो आफ्टर
Mm.
एग्जाम एंजाइटी इज कैन बी मैनेज डिफरेंटली बट बिफोर एग्जाम एंजाइटी आई थिंक सो माय पेरेंट्स शुड रिएक्ट लाइक calm and should give me some tips on how to like overcome and yeah.
So they should talk something else also rather than only talking about the exams. I think the preparation of the exams is way before than the exams start,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And my second question is to Mrs. Bhavna. Mrs. Bhavna, are you there?
Yes, yes.
I've just twisted this question. It's a different question actually. If your 11th class child tells you that he has not scored passing marks, he has flunked in one of the major subjects, how you are going to react? Actually going to react? How
Okay.
will you
So,
handle?
as you said, the preparation start before the exam. So, if I am not with the child all through and before the exam start, and then I face this situation where my child has flunked one major exam during his or her 11th standard, I need to maintain the calm. I need to calm myself first, then calm the child, saying that whatever went wrong, we can make it correct by doing certain things. Like if the child looks not interested or maybe not able to cope up with the subject, then I can actually get him some help, from outside, maybe a coaching center or maybe a tuition teacher. If I'm not able to teach, because children at 11th and 12th would not, sit with me and learn. So it would be that thing, and there is no shaming because this happens sometimes, and we need to, as I said, the only thing I need to do that time would be to maintain a calm in the house by taking
Because
the
he
child
needs the maximum
confidence.
support at that time.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
because
child
the
needs
child needs
support.
the maximum support.
Yeah,
So we are not going to be in the blame game, and we have to handle our own stress and frustration at that time and then be supportive. Okay,
absolutely.
thank you, Bhavna ji. My expert comments from Dr. Puneet Poni on this, how to handle exam anxiety and uh,
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Richa.
advice.
Such well-drafted questions and need of the hours. Daily we are reading about the self-harm by children, and in India, every 42 minutes, one child is committing suicide. And the one of the reason is basically academic pressure. So exam stress or anxiety basically is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or fear, as Shyam has rightly pointed out before or even during exam. A bit of anxiety is good. It makes you more alert and attentive, but more anxiety unchecked can lead to poor performance, and we must know what are the causes. There are only 4 or 5 causes. It could be pressure to perform, it could be fear of failure, especially if the prior performance was poor. It would be the most common cause is lack of preparation or revision, or there's a comparison or unrealistic expectations of by the parents. First, I would like to say something to the students. Please manage your time well. I mean, because of lack of time, otherwise there can be full session how to prepare for exams. I did for myself and for my children who did very well otherwise. There's a Pareto principle, there's a Pomodoro technique. Please go through it. Make a timetable. Day में कितने घंटे करना है, कितना rest करना है, and make sure that you sleep well. Minimum 6 up to 8 hours you must sleep well, and there must be change. Go to outside, have a walk, take deep breaths, have a good diet. That is very very important, and replace negative thoughts. Overthinking causes anxiety. जब भी overthinking होती है, negative thoughts आती है, stand in front of the mirror and say positive affirmations. I am doing my best, I am trying my best. These really help. For parents, I would say that please encourage healthy routine for your children and focus on children's efforts and progress. If your child is working hard, results are secondary. Just encourage the students that you are working hard. Make the environmental friendly. It's not that child is studying and your TV volume is very high or guests are speaking. So you have to make sure that child is not disturbed. The mindset has to be very strong and ultimately tell them, beta, we are proud of you. You are working hard. The results we'll see the result. Don't worry about the questions. And once a child comes after the exams, then do tell them, ask them how was the paper. And if the child is very disturbed that I did this wrong, that wrong, give a pat on the back. Okay, you tried your best, past is past, let's prepare for the further questions. So that positivity motivation is very important. And as mother has pointed out, there can be separate session how to prepare for important classes like plus 12. It starts from day one of your college time or school time. So it doesn't start at the time of exams. If the child is prepared from the day one, there will not be any exam anxiety or any blocks. Very, very important questions. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Thanks for the wonderful inputs. Over to Dr. Syed Ali.
Thank you. Saad, are you there? And thanks, Saad, for being here on this platform to accepting this. So, Saad, are you here?
Yes, yes. Hi,
Yeah.
Dr. Syed, everyone.
Hi, sir. Thanks for you being here. So, sir, we wanted to listen from you because from the first-hand experience, or what was the reaction of your parents when you disclosed your status as a queer to them, and what did you really do to try to convince them, or family, and then particularly the parents?
So I think it was a whole. I mean, the journey is still going on, and the first time I did not have the luxury to disclose. It's not a status; it's actually who we are. So status is something that we acquire.
Yeah.
So me being queer, it's been 7 years, and the convincing is still going on. But as I remember, the first time I was 19-year-old. Um, and through social media, my parents got to know about my inclination towards the same sex as a queer individual. Reaction was, so from 19 to 21, it was like a 3 years of only reactions. There was a lot of emotional, physical, and mental violence from home that spanned for about 3 years. um, and it kind of had a halt because I remember being 21. It was the second wave of COVID, and I just could not take the physical violence anymore.
Yeah.
And I had to, for the first time in life, request my biological parents to stop the domestic violence. That was not taken very well, because how are you supposed to have a voice? You are our child, right? Like, so that just proceeded on, and they threw me out of the house. So I've stayed in shelter homes and um, a lot of places for about 6 months. I remember I was completing my undergrad course also. um, and from there on, then got myself a job. So it's been about 5 years. I'm 25 now, correction. About 5 years since I've not like really stayed at home. I'm recently back. So I just focused on getting my skills and getting my job and lot of financial security. In terms of how to manage to convince, I don't think there is a lot of convincing that is required. There's a lot of acceptance of self,
Right.
because I come from a first generational learners family who come from, like, typical grassroots background in very rural parts of Uttar Pradesh. So I think a lot of, and the funny thing is, like, my dad is a doctor, and so are my siblings. They're all doctors. I'm the only one who's a, खेत में दूसरी मूली. So it is important for them. It has been important for me and them to understand where we are all coming from. I think in the beginning, Dr. Rachna from WHO mentioned how important it is to feel safe. and all of that confrontation and all of that frustration of self, which my parents didn't have, um, led to a lot of this detachment during that time. So I think I'm still convincing them. I have been fortunate enough to become a level of success in my life, accomplished what I wanted to, which has also made them feel like, oh, you know what, at least you built something out of your life. But however, they still say things like, Sad, why don't you get married? Because the kind of religious context I come from, it's also a no go for that religious context. So I'm still convincing them. And yeah, it's still, yeah,
Yeah, so
it's still.
Saad, yeah, thank you. We listen you, we hear you. Just one point, Saad, what is your advice? Because you have been an ambassador to the entire LGBTQI community, and so we hear your voice now, an advice from your side to the colleagues, to the peers, to disclose their their being, their self-being, and then to the
Mm.
community as a whole. Just a few
Right.
words from your side with an advice.
So to all the young folks, especially under 18 folks, I did not have the luxury to decide. Essentially, I started working very early in life. I was 17 plus. I started working because I knew something like this might happen. You know the environment you grow up in. But I did not have the luxury to choose when to come out or to declare that I am a queer person. So my message to every young person watching this is, if you are under 18, please be very sure of your safety. When you are wishing to declare, do not come into this peer pressure that people on social media. There are a lot of people on social media who are queer and leading a good life. Now I'm on social media, I'm on Google, people see me and then get inspired that, oh, I'm also going to tell my parents. But are you safe in that household? Are you financially independent? Do you have the right skill set to be able to get a job if situations like such happen? And fourth, please assess if you have the right social security. My friends and people who gave me shelter were the ones who helped me in that situation. So my message would be, you do not have to hurry coming out. Hold it in. First focus on your knowledge, skills, safety. um, Try to become financially independent. Not just you are earning the first job in your life. No, you have to be financially independent. That means being able to take care of your health if something comes up. That would be my advice to all the LGBTQ community people. And find people, I people like me, people who are your friends, people from the community, existing organization which host queer spaces, where you can find the outlet to all of these feelings that are going on. Try not fighting and engaging too much in fight with people who do not agree with you, because any which way you're so vulnerable. So that would be my advice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saad. Very bold comments.
I,
Thank you
re-
so much.
I
So,
request
Dr.
Dr. Saeed,
Rishikesh.
sir, I request you to please take the next question with Unnati because she would be waiting. We will, if the time permits, we'll take the previous question later. So please
Okay,
add
okay.
expert
So,
comments also.
Unnati, you have been, on various platforms as an ambassador for the Down Syndrome Federation of India. Can you describe your journey as a youth advocate in this particular field, which we wanted to hear from you?
Hello. Yes,
Unnati,
I'm
yes.
very grateful to be the ambassador of the DSFI. When I was in school, I realized that it's important to talk about Down syndrome. I started a YouTube channel. Then I launched a podcast called One World on Spotify. I interviewed various people and I could gather different perspectives on inclusion. I have also spoken at various events in several organizations, even at international platforms, trying to create awareness about Down syndrome. I think it's important for us to be visible and to share our thoughts. I recently acted in a movie called Crazy, and the movie has a powerful message about Down syndrome. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saeed, sir. I request Dr. Rishikesh to please take the next question with Unnati because she would be waiting. We will, if the time permits, we'll take the previous question later. So please add expert comments also.
Okay, okay. So,
Thank you.
So again, Unnati, your parents, I know Meghna ji and your parents have been very active for your journey. So how did you know, correlate this, your role of the parents for taking you at this level? And you already spoke that you have been ambassador at the international level as well. How did they help you to cope up with all the stress which you might have been from this journey?
I really feel that I owe all my achievements to my parents and my family. I'm also very fortunate to have received good education from my school, and currently I am in college. I have completed my first year. As parents, I think you should try to give as many opportunities as you can. From a young age, my parents gave me exposure in different fields like music, dance, public speaking, arts, computers. I have always been encouraged to read and play different sports. My parents ask for my opinion when taking decisions what I wanted to study at college and how to plan our holidays. They have also allowed me to go alone to explore and understand by myself. My parents are also strict sometimes, and my screen time is restricted. I live in a joint family, and I know I'm the most loved person in my at home. I guess that's where all my confidence comes from. Thank you.
Great, Unnati, great. I think best of luck for your future as well, and being an advocate for all of the community of the Down syndrome, especially special parents. And thanks to your parents also for helping you. So might be we can look at Dr. Rishikesh, your expert views for both the cases and both the special situations.
Okay, first of all, both about Saad, uh, it's like kudos to you guys. Like I have seen so many cases, parents bringing me saying that my child has recently disclosed me about these things and they want me to counsel him and change his mind. That's what the parents come to me for. I said this is his own opinion. Just leave it there. But if I say these things, what happens is they change the doctor. And I'm not ashamed to say that there are few doctors they do that we'll do counseling and change your mind. That doesn't happen. I'm ashamed to say that because being a doctor, I know so many people, they try to take the parent side, not understanding the child's point of view or whatever adolescent point of view. Rightly said, what I usually tell them is become independent, study whatever you want, then do whatever you like. Till then, focus on the goals, focus on what you want to do rather than doing things or fighting with them, argumenting with them. You don't have to convince anyone. It's you have to convince. It's your self-respect. It's you are who are motivated to do things. And coming to a disclosure point takes a lot of pressure. There is a lot of turmoil went behind to tell to the parents. There was something which went there in the past. Should I tell or not? What will happen? How my parents will judge? What will happen? Will they do it or things? So before coming there, please see that you're very independent, can take care of yourself, your physical safety, everything should be very, very important. Focus on your goals. Once they are settled, then you can do whatever you want. Staying with them or away with them. Once you are successful, your parents will also will accept you. So that's basically what Sada has told me. I just repeated what you have said. From medical point of view, definitely there are some clinics now which they are helping and NGOs which are helping now. And there are some things which are they're misusing also, some things which are misused also, which also be addressed by medical professionals, also the government also. There's so many things going on these activities. So I congratulate Saad for being an inspiration today for me and being independent and being so bold to tell about all these things. And coming to Unnati, your name itself says that you're an inspiration to me. And I'm specially work with children with specially able children. I don't know whether I call it them or not. They are better than us. I can lie, but you can't lie. Your very
Yeah.
sweet gesture, I can manipulate, but you can't manipulate. I feel that very good thing in you guys, and your approach to things is very straightforward.
Be
You say
honest.
things, be very honest. You say things what you want to say, and in a polite manner. You don't even argue for that. And about daily life and routine, as a parent, when you see as a Down syndrome, when it's diagnosed it will be diagnosed at birth itself by seeing the facial features. And before psychiatrist, I was a pediatrician also. So at that point of time, I used to say that we can't do with this child anything. हो गया डाउन सिंड्रोम हो गया तो कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता. So that was my mindset when I was there. But when I entered into child psychiatry, the whole scenario shifted where early intervention matters. The education, early intervention really matters. Parents give up on these children very easily. And they say that my child is not normal, and they start discriminating, and they plan second child very early also. And these children will be left out. Very few parents take them into consideration. So the part of from medical professional educate the parents. This is a part of normal living. Normal living. Somebody born with a gray hair, somebody born with abnormal hair, somebody born with myopia. That doesn't mean that they're abnormal. This is genetic condition which is there. You can actually work with them to get better. And there's so many examples in Western countries and in India. The problem with India is the acceptance. The level of acceptance and inclusion in society is very, very difficult till now. So probably we have to work whole together with government, all the sectors, so that inclusion makes much better. And that Unnati will be a great ambassador for all these things. And for
And I
daily
think,
routine,
sir, joining expert groups really helps because I have seen that parents of
yes,
Down syndrome, the Federation of India, I am
yes,
associated with them since a long time. And I
yes,
think they're the real parents who have really faced the struggle and they have
yes, yes,
given
yes.
numerous opportunities to their children. They are our source of inspiration. So,
Basically, they teach us more than what we teach
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
And
So,
they understand their child better than what we are. So
yes, yes.
once they are taught in a proper way and educate the parents, especially from the lower status, lower background or rural areas, if you educate them, come for early intervention, we'll take care of your child, give them the confidence that definitely it will work, and it will work definitely because they have that ability. Only thing is we have to pull the ability little harder. It takes little time to pull them harder. So that's what
Thank
we
you.
have to do as a doctor, for a medical professional. And
Thank you.
Unnati, you're an
Actually,
inspiration, and Saad, thank you for being
yes.
the part of these things.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
being a
sir.
part of our discussion. Though we are running very short of time, but I would like to take up this important question. This is the last question that we will take up in our discussion. So this is to Saina. Saina, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
Pariksha ma'am,
I want you
sorry,
to
we
just
have only 5
answer this
minutes.
question briefly because you're already running very late. You're running 20 minutes late in our program. So I'm just giving the question to you, Saina. Uh, Suddenly, one day on Facebook or Twitter, social media, 15-year-old girl, Ria, finds that someone has posted or edited objectionable images of her. And now that person is posting hurtful images to her personally. If you were in Ria's place, what are you going to do? What are you actually going to do if this happens to you? And also, will you tell your parents and will you seek help from them? Whom will you go first? So that is my
Yes,
question.
thank you. Thank you. My immediate plan of action would be reporting this person, keeping digital proof of this occurrence. I will
Mhm.
ensure that this person is reported to the cybercrime areas. And in terms of talking to my parents about it, I'm not sure if I'll need much of their help in terms of technical dealing, but I will need a lot of their emotional support and a lot of their reassurance. Uh, and through my experience, I would say that the parents need to remember that it's not the child's fault for being present on social media that they end up getting bullied or they are targeted. It's not the child's fault for owning themselves or expressing themselves. If they are being targeted, it's the person who bullies their fault. It's their fault. So I want to say place. I keep saying that, but it is true that a very open environment is important where these discussions are normal and not just a one-time thing, so that the child feels safe to go up to their parents one day and tell that I experienced this and now I'm not feeling safe. I need your presence.
Thank you, Saina. To Sampath. Sampath, are you there, Sampath?
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am. Sorry.
Sampath? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if your ward comes and tells you that he is undergoing such a situation, how you are going to handle this entire ethical dilemma?
It's very difficult for the child. So first we have to express that support to the child first. Make her, she or he that we are there, not to worry about that, and see that the cybercrime report is done, that further damage is not expanded. And the probably the only thing is, as a parent, if I have to face it, then I will say take a break, be with the child. Thanks.
Yes, that's very right. Because at this time he needs support. He needs your support because he is under emotional setback because he has been bullied. To Dr. Upasna, Dr. Upasna.
Yeah, thank you, Richa. Firstly, Saina, thank you for bringing up the points that you did. Very, very valid points. I think the important thing here is that we as parents, I'm saying we because I'm a mother of a teenage daughter as well, we did not grow up in the digital age. We did not have social media and phones and all of this as a part of our lives. But that has completely changed. And so, what is now important for us as parents to understand is that screens and the social media is here to stay. It is not a very good technique to just say to your child, stay off screens or don't be on social media. It is an integral part of your life. It is very important for your social life. And a lot of learning is happening through YouTube. So even for your academics, it's important. And even from, like from the growth perspective, I'm seeing so many young students, even high school students who are doing businesses and startups and whatnot. So this screen time is here to stay. And I think one important message for parents is to accept it. And rather than to stop your child from being on screens, let's just work in a way that we can make screens a safe place for children. So just as we have been, as parents, look after their children's health, they look after their nutrition, they look after their mental health, same way they have to look after their digital health as well. So that's just an additional thing that has come as a new thing for parenting. The other thing in this situation is it's very normal and natural for a parent to feel angry, to feel frustrated. And we know that, as parents, it's harder to see your child suffer. So if somebody tries to bully you or is mean to you, it is even doubly hurtful for the parent. So the parent will be hurt, they will be confused, they will be angry, they'll be frustrated. Those are normal reactions. So for a parent, it's important to understand that, in this situation, they're going through those emotions, but they have to remain calm. That is really important because the more agitated they get, the worse their child is going to feel. And right now, we have to create a space for the child to feel safe and not lecture the child or not get carried away in our own emotions. So I think that is one thing for a parent to remember. The other thing is, at this age, children are very careful about their confidentiality. So not just openly talking in the family, or even if they need advice, it's important to go through proper professional channels, rather than just discuss it amongst friends and families and letting the child's, child feeling that they are not supported enough by the parents. So there are it's important for parents to know what to do in this situation, because a lot of the parents wouldn't know how to react or how to support their child. So there are some, guidelines through the National Cybercrime Reporting Panel, which is through the Government of India. Then there is Cybercrime Helpline, and then there's also a website that they can go. So going through the professional channels is the right thing to do in this situation. And also, at this stage, this is a time where the child is at their lowest in terms of their confidence and their self-esteem. And this is the time where they need their parents the most. So I think rather than getting angry or blaming the child, let's just stay calm and support their self-esteem. Let them know a number of times that it's not their fault. It is not their fault that somebody is bullying them. And it is the fault of the person who's bullying. It's essentially a crime. So it's like they being a victim and there's a perpetrator. So we have to look at it like that.
Thank you, Dr. Basna. Very valid points, very well taken. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that brings us to the end of the questionnaire. I have just prepared one short rapid fire, just in 1 minute. I request all the parents and the parents on the panel and the children to please be to give an ear to what I say. We are just doing the rapid fire in 1 minute. We'll get over. So just answer in one line. So my question is to Saad Alam. Saad Alam, are you there?
Yes, yes. Hi, Dr.
Yeah.
Rachna.
How much is your parents' screen time, and do you feel that their screen time compromises your time with them? If are they overusing it?
I'm so
Just one
not
line.
very,
Just one.
yeah, I'm not very connected to my parents, so I don't know actually what their screen time is. However, I would use this time, Dr. Richa, to just share with my fellow young people that we also need to understand that our parents also come from a very different generation. So let us all build up, common platform where we talk about the fact that it's okay and not get in fights with our parents. But Dr. Richa, you can forward this question to somebody else. It
Yeah,
doesn't apply to me. Yeah, thank you.
I
I
can
think
forward to sign.
Richa,
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. We are running
Richa,
short
I
of time.
just want to, yeah. I think we can have a different fora. We
We can
have this
have it at different
workshops also.
platform.
Workshops,
Yeah.
parenting workshops are going to
Yeah.
happen. Yeah.
Take it. We'll leave
So,
this questionnaire for the later parenting part 2 that
There
we
are
will hold.
yeah.
there are WHO
Yeah.
guidelines for giving screen time for children also. Like what
Yes.
is they should be started and
Yeah.
what time they should be
Yes.
started. So
Yes.
if you can go through
Uh,
this, then we can understand better.
Richa, can you
Yes.
give me just 1 minute to thank because my flight is about to start.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
mean,
Yes, ma'am.
I
Yes,
heard
ma'am.
through the whole session, and I'm extremely thrilled and so happy to see all the youth coming into our fora and speaking so well. Huge congratulations to all of you, Dr. Mr. Saad, Himati, and others. And I think we should big round of applause to all of you. You're all welcome to the HA Adolescent Health Academy Youth Forum, and we'll all work together. Again, I want to congratulate the parents and experts. And Rishikesh, he was my student. He became a very big psychiatrist and developer. And I love I really liked what he has spoken today. And Puneet and others, all of you. Thank you so much, Richa and Syed Ali. So we have to work together
Thank
more.
you.
And you
Yes,
also
madam.
opened the door and we are working. Thank you from my side. And please carry on, Risha, for the formal vote of thanks. We'll be
Yes.
definitely
Yes, ma'am.
conducting
Yes,
more
ma'am.
parenting workshops. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anand.
So over
So
to
after
Dr.
Thank
a
you, ma'am.
yeah.
Dr. Neha.
So,
Are you there?
yes. After a very insightful discussion with our youth, new generation parents, and esteemed experts, I would like to congratulate and thank Dr. Richa, Dr. Ali, and Dr. Kalyani for setting up a very thoughtful set of questions relating to all the aspects in teen-parent relationship, as well as involving them in taking their point of opinion. So I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Salima from UNICEF and Dr. Rajesh Mehta, who is former regional advisor at the
Right.
Child and Adolescent Health Southeast Asia Regional Office of WHO. Uh, the discussion highlights the foundation created in a family dramatically impacts a child's success. The more stable is the family environment for a child, the more likely they will be healthier, both mentally and physically. So now I invite Dr. Prakash Arya sir, our Secretary AHA, to please conclude and give his vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Neha,
Before
आपने बहुत अच्छा
conclusion, we
vote
have
of
to
thanks.
just before
Sir.
conclusion, we have to give the certificate of appreciation to them.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Neha. So it's
Yes,
a
sir.
really
Yes, sir.
great time for the each and every participant, not only the expert and the moderator, but the excellent presence from the parents and the youth. They will give us such a insightful thoughts about the very innovative questionnaires that prepared by the Dr. Richa. So this is a just token of the appreciation, and this certificate, what at presently I am distributing, will reach to you by digitally by email very soon in your email. Thank you. And I was again just sharing the screen regarding the certificate distribution. Dr. Unnati Surana, Anurag Pandey, Saad Alam, Our parents has also given excellent insights.
And our esteemed experts.
And great congratulations to Dr. Ali and Dr. Richa Parasar. So before ending, just I sharing for the adolescents our upcoming conference, short video about it, and then we will conclude this session. Are you able to hear?
Yeah.
No, sir, voice, I cannot hear the voice.
વોલ્યુમ
video
નથી
is
આવતો
moving.
આપણો.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute.
You have to share the sound also, sir.
Okay, just sharing that.
As an organizing chairperson, I feel immensely pleased to invite you all to join us for the Silver Jubilee Conference of Adolescent Health Academy IAP, AdolesCon 2025. The theme of the conference is Empower Yuva, Accelerated Actions for the Health of Adolescents AHA. The scientific programs will be focusing on only the practical aspects of adolescent health practice, and the topics will be addressed by the renowned adolescent health physicians from all over the country.
The heritage city of Ahmedabad is a place everyone wants to visit. The hospitality and care is one thing which can be experienced only. The organizing team will not let any stone unturned. Let's shape the future of our country, our adolescents, along with Gujju Hospitality at Ahmedabad. Adolescent 2025 में register किया क्या? I welcome you all in the city of Ahmedabad for AdolesCon 2025.
Hello friends, as a president of IAP Gujarat, I extend a warm welcome for AdolesCon 2025. Looking forward to see you in person in the city of Ahmedabad, Gujarat. यहाँ खुशबू है गुजरात की, कुछ दिन तो गुजारी है गुजरात में.
This conference is organized by Gujju Pediatricians of Gujarat Adolescent Health Academy along with the Academy of Pediatric Ahmedabad and Academy of Pediatric Gujarat. Of course, with the wholehearted support of Central Adolescent Health Academy. Organizing committee consisting of pediatricians from the whole Gujarat who are working tirelessly since last October to make this conference an iconic, memorable event. We are eagerly waiting for you at Ahmedabad, the city of heritage and modernization and of course progress. Namaskar.
The biggest subchapter of the biggest body of pediatricians in India, that is the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. I feel it's a privilege and it's a proud moment for all of us that we are in the 25th year, the Silver Jubilee year of AHA. And this Silver Jubilee Conference of our AHA is being celebrated at Ahmedabad. And I'm really excited to be part of the organizing team with Dr. Sushma Desai, Dr. Samir Shah, Dr. Nishchal Bhatt, and the whole vibrant organizing committee of Ahmedabad AdolesCon. I join them in inviting you for this to be the part of this conference.
Gujarat has got a rich history of organizing national conferences. Gujarat AHA is full of talented adolescent experts and conference organizers. We, in association with Gujarat AHA and Gujarat AOP, are confident to conduct an excellent and path-breaking AdolesCon 2025. We are all excited to meet you personally.
Thank you.
Thank you. धन्यवाद.
Yes, Prakash sir, you can conclude now. Official.
नमस्कार. धन्यवाद आप सबको इतना बेहतरीन कार्यक्रम हमारे किशोरों और युवाओं के लिए आयोजित करने के लिए. I thanks to our dignitaries from CIAP CH attending this session and blessed us from your greetings. I thanks our past chairperson Dr. Sukanta Chatterjee sir, NC Prajapati sir and Umesh Khurana ji, and our chairperson Dr. Hima Bindu Singh ma'am for giving their valuable time. Our guest from WHO UNICEF Dr. Rachna Kathuria ma'am and Dr. Saeed Hubli sir, who also participated as a moderator during panel discussion. I thank Dr. Rashmi Gupta madam, Nishchal Bhatt sir, Dr. Ritu Gupta, Kalyani Patra and Samir Shah for releasing module on parenting and quiz. I thanks our youth, Unnati, Amang, साथ श्याम एंड साइना. हमारे किशोरों ने क्वेश्चंस के बहुत ही सटीक जवाब दिए. धन्यवाद. आई थैंक्स टू आवर पेरेंट्स ने माना कि हमारे किशोरों के नजरिए से हमें समझना होगा. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक बात पेरेंट्सों से समझ निकल के आई. श्री जी संबल कुमार, भावना गुप्ता जी एंड राकेश सोमानी जी. As expert, Dr. Upasana Kapoor and Dr. Puneet Purvi and Dr. Rishikesh Giri Prasad, adolescent counselors ने समझाया कि किशोर हमारे केयर गिवर एंड पेरेंट्स के लिए जितनी जरूरी है उतना हमारे पेरेंट्स और केयर गिवर के लिए भी ये एडोलेसेंट काउंसलिंग जरूरी है. बच्चों से ही हमें समझना है, उनको उनकी जो भी जरूरतें हैं आप वो अगर हमसे मांग रहे हैं, जिद कर रहे हैं तो कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ है. हमें बच्चों को समझना होगा. For participating in panel discussion and giving your valuable time. Now I also thanks Richa Parasar and Neha Singh, MOC, for today's program and excellent conduction of the program. Last but not least, thanks for the program in charge, Dr. Sri Senam, Samir Shah, Sangeeta Loya, Shibu K. I also thanks all the viewers of this program for showing interest in our program and spending more than 2 hours. 1.5 घंटे का प्रोग्राम कभी भी 1.5 घंटे में कंप्लीट नहीं होता. खत्म करने की इच्छा नहीं होती. 2 घंटे से ज्यादा ही चलता है. थैंक यू अगेन. थैंक यू. और आप लोग ऐसे ही जुड़ते रहें. अगेन थैंक यू आप सबको पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए. धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू सर.
बाय बाय.
बाय बाय.
आर्या सर बहुत अच्छा
फिर
बोले.
मिलेंगे
थैंक यू.
अगली 18 को फिर मिलेंगे नए टॉपिक के साथ.
थैंक यू. बाय बाय.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good day.
Bye all of you.
Everyone.
Thank
I
you,
mean
sir.
almost in the air now. Bye bye.
Happy
Rishi.
journey, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Happy journey, Dr. Hima Bindu ma'am. Happy journey.
Thank you, Rachna ji. I hope she was with us for some time. And all the UNICEF, Kalia, all of you, all the youngsters were too good. I request you and invite you to join the AHA Youth Forum. So you can be involved with us in the future also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Richa. It was a wonderful session.
Thank you, Bhavna ji. Thank you so
Really,
much.
I had real great insights. I have taken so much from today's session. I'm sure I'm going to, give my parents whom I, work locally with some really great inputs from today's session.
We will
Thank
be
you so
looking
much.
forward to working with you, Bhavna ji. You have done a lot of work for women empowerment and children. That's commendable. And you did so many trainings. You're running a school. You're bringing in old games also. So your own profile is very dynamic, and you have done really a lot of work for the society. So I'm impressed. And as a pediatrician and as a member of the forum, we would be connecting with you so that we can dissipate more amount of knowledge to our children. And
Certainly,
Dr.
I would love to.
Thank you for the
Yes.
inputs. Dr.
Thank you. Thank
Upasana,
you so
very
much.
wonderful points. Thank you so much. And
Thank
thanks
you.
to all of the young who have joined. Thank
And
you, Rashmi
today's
ma'am.
session has been recorded. We will share the link also. You can share it with other family members.
That would be
also.
really nice. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Richa.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Good
Have a
day.
nice day.
Bye-bye.